So let's schedule these assets. Let's click on our first one here. Now we do have a preview window over on the right hand side, so you see what the asset is that will be playing. You have the name of the asset here. You also have the duration. In this case, it's a JPEG. Being that it's a JPEG, it's a still image. We could have this up here for 10 seconds, which is the default, or we could have it up for 30 seconds, a minute. We could have it up for an hour if that's what we wanted to have on the screen. So you just punch in whatever you want over here. We could change this to 30 seconds, and that asset would now be listed for 30 seconds when it hits the playlist. We will go back to 10 seconds here, though we find that to be a decent amount of time as a rule. Then we have display from, and display from is the date that it is starting. In this case, we are December 15th right now. It will display from December 15th at 12 a.m. until January 15th at 11:59 p.m. Now, by default, everything gets displayed for 1 month. You can completely change this to whatever you like. We could go in and change this asset. Instead of January 15th, we can go up in the calendar here. Let's say it ends Christmas Day. And we have it now listed from 12/15/2021 to 12/25/2021. The play between option, this is if you were to have, say you're running a restaurant and you wanted to have a lunch menu running on the screen. You could have it running from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. if you wanted. And you could enter in that time right here, starting at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And between these dates, it will appear at those times. You can take that further, and if you didn't want it running on the weekend, you could turn off simply by clicking on the name. You could turn off Saturday and Sunday, and it would run Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. between December 15th and December 25th. So you can really customize this however you like. And we will set that back so that it plays all week long. And here we have our players that we created previously. They are listed down the side. We have our demo, our main street, and our office player. You can sort this. This becomes more of a thing if you have, say, 10, 15, 20 different players. You could go down and show only the modern players. That's all you see. Or you could show only the Winnipeg players, and you'll see just the players in that town or city. We're going to go back to show all. And in this case, we're going to select all of them. Simply hit select all. Or again, you could just click on or click off to turn the players on and off. Once we've done this, we're going to have this asset playing in all three of these players. Simply hit save. And you'll notice that the icon up here now changes to green. This way you know it is now an active asset, and it is in fact scheduled and running on a player. I should mention that this being a JPEG, this is scaled at 1280 by 720. That is a perfect TV size. I did load this one on purpose. It is pretty much square. It's not an exact TV size. So what happens when you schedule this on a player? It will play showing the entire image. However, you will have a black bar on either side of the screen because it just doesn't fill the screen. So you're going to have black on each side. It's not ideal, but it does work if you need to put something up like this. You can. Generally, I would suggest making sure the images are sized to 1280 by 720 so they fill the screen nicely though. Now, just as an example, I'll open up. This is a screenshot of our management area, and you see all the different players that we have a bunch of different players running. We also see all the content that's running, and you'll notice how these are all color coded. Green assets are in fact running and live on players right now. A gray asset like this currently is not scheduled and is not running. A blue asset is something that will be running. It's scheduled. It just hasn't hit its time to run on the screen yet. So we could schedule something for January of next year, and it would turn blue because it's not January. It will, however, come up on the screens and turn green come January 1st if that's when you've scheduled it to start. We have orange icons. The orange indicates that within 2 weeks, this asset is expiring, and you will need to pay attention to that. Either reschedule the asset, get new content for it, or replace it with something different. But just so you know, these are expiring, and the red assets are ones that have expired and are currently not on a screen and not running anywhere. Having them color-coded like this is really fantastic. At a simple glance at the screen, you know what is running, what's not running, what needs attention, and it's very easy for whoever's managing the content to know what is on the screen and what needs their attention. So let's schedule this next one here, and let's take this one and schedule it to run January 1st until the end of March, like that. And we'll have this running only on the Office screen. Again, you click on the green save icon and it's now saved. You notice that this asset has now turned blue. That's indicating that it will be playing in the future. Right now, it is not playing though.